back to Books and Banter. I'm Coral.
I'm Jamie.
And today we're back at Purcell Public Library, and we're going to talk to you guys about some coming soon books. These are nonfiction reads that have something to do with American history. It's very varied, but these look like some fun reads. So, Jamie, what did you find for us today?
Okay, I'm really excited about this one. It is called Spitfires, The American Women Who Flew in the Face of Danger During World War II by Becky Aikman. It is a true story of American women who piloted the world's most dangerous aircraft through the treacherous skies of Britain during World War II. And so these women, I guess they were came from various backgrounds. That he had crop dusters, debutantes, performers in flying circuses, and they all trained as pilots. But because they were women, they could not serve for America when we entered the war. Apparently, I guess the United States did not allow women to actually serve or to be involved in combat or anything. And so the Great Britain, they would let anyone, even Americans, even women, transport warplanes. So 25 young aviators went to England in 1942, becoming the first American women to command military aircraft. And so Aikman follows the stories of 9 of those women who served, drawing on unpublished diaries, letters, and records, along with her own interviews to bring these forgotten heroines fully to life. And so I am excited about this one because A, I love history, and B, I love stories about things that you don't really know much, like I didn't know anything about this. Also, I love stories, of course, about women and things that amazing things that women have done. So I think this will be a really interesting read, and it comes out in May.
That sounds super cool.
Yes.
And actually, my first one is very similar to yours. My
Nice.
first one is called Propaganda Girls, The Secret War of the Women in the OSS. And this is by Lisa Rogak, who has written a lot of nonfiction. Recently, she's written a biography of Alex Trebek. So very varied.
I kind of want to read that.
So this discusses 4 women who were members of the Office of Strategic Services during World War II. So these women worked to create propaganda to help the Allies win the war. They were all over the world. Some of them were American, some of them were not, but they were all part of the American Office of Strategic Services. Nice. And this propaganda they created was to break the spirits of Axis soldiers. So they created forged letters, they made fake newspapers and distributed them, they made fake songs and radio shows and more. This was kind of an undercover, obviously, operation. So a lot of this is still coming out, still pretty new, still being unearthed. So this book also sounds really interesting. If Jamie sounds cool, this one might sound cool too. And this one is expected in March.
Okay, wow. That sounds fascinating. I can't believe they created all that stuff. That's really cool. Okay, so my next book. I'm sure this will be on lots of people's radars, but Pulitzer Prize-winning author Ron Chernow has written another book. So, he's written books about George Washington, John D. Rockefeller, Ulysses S. Grant, and of course, Alexander Hamilton. And so now he turns his attention to the man commonly celebrated as the father of American literature, Mark Twain. So he draws on Twain's bountiful archives, including thousands of letters and hundreds of unpublished manuscripts. He captures the man whose career reflected the country's westward expansion, industrialization, and foreign wars, and the only white author of his generation, apparently, I didn't know this, who grappled so fully with the legacy of slavery. So I read his book on Hamilton, and while it was massive, as all of his books are, I found his writing to be pretty accessible, and it kept my attention. And so this one is another heavyweight, clocking in at 1,200 pages. But I think Twain he's an interesting subject, so I think it'll probably hopefully be a fast read. So this one doesn't come out until May. So just in time for your summer reading. And apparently, Lin-Manuel Miranda read the Hamilton book while he was on vacation, and you know what that led to. So
So
anyway,
your next vacation read, we
right,
found it.
exactly. So, but yeah, that's
Nice. And my other book that I found, this one's called Shots Heard Around the World: America, Britain, and Europe in the Revolutionary War. And this is by historian John Ferling. So this is not your just classic Revolutionary War history book. This one is more of a global perspective. So he's assessing leaders in the war and the choices that they faced and made, and how it affected not only the people who were there, but countries in North America, the Caribbean, Central America, Europe, and Asia. So how the revolution not only impacted those who were directly affected by it, but the continuous kind of other countries and other peoples who were affected, and not just during the time, but as future went on and how this ripple effect continued. So this is definitely, if you have read a lot about the Revolutionary War and are interested in maybe a wider dive, a little bit more a global perspective, this is a great choice, and it is expected in April.
nice. So, all right. Well, I guess we have a lot of stuff to add
Oh
to
yeah.
our TBR list. So, as always, we try to recommend a wide variety of books, and but not every book is for every reader. So just be sure and check content warnings on the books that you choose. If you need help finding a book, come ask one of us at your local library. You can also maybe check out some of our other videos on our YouTube channel. But yeah, so thank you for joining us today.
Bye.